What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm HG3 and we're here with a brand new Skellige deck list. Let's check it out. Harold the Cripple. After getting his buff in the most recent patch, he is probably the best leader for Skellige right now. His removal is just fantastic and he's able to output a lot of damage seemingly effortlessly, and he makes some other cards playable, such as our first of 4 gold cards, Yennefer. Yennefer in conjunction with Harold the Cripple, able to really decimate a board space, and if the potential for the negative side of Yennefer using the Chronics isn't there, then you can always use the buff to try and get some of your units online. We also have a return of our old friend Mork, who is once again good in the meta because of the emphasis on hard removal in the form of Bork and Scorch. Mork, of course, able to tank that rather effortlessly since the recent buff to Shieldsmiths, which are also back in the meta in my opinion. Now that they're 5 strength, they're adding 2 on to our buddy Mork, and we have perfect synergy with discard as we have Queen's Guards as well as On-Crate Raiders to round it out. We don't want to play Skirmishers here because they will end up being a higher strength point than Mork and he won't be able to protect them. So we'd have to overinvest into reses, which is not something I'm eager to do. Like I said, discards here, we have Ermion, Last Wish, Burnabrand, and Donoran Hindar to get through our deck. And one special guest appearance is Kambi. Kambi is capable of wiping the board. If you play a round where your opponent is overinvesting, you have Mork on the board and not too much behind him. Mork's only going to lose 2 strength from getting hit by Kambi. So you have a lot of potential in that. Using Kambi to take out plus value on the other side, you're going to have to do some math to make sure it works. But it can and has worked. Most noticeably excluded from this deck, we are missing a Dimeridian Bomb, which is not something you see often from Skellige. That is because we are playing to the meta right now. Could be teched in if you found it necessary. But right now there's not too much weather in the meta. We have a First Light because Rally is a good ability, and it really has no downside to being included in the deck. So that is why you don't see a familiar Skellige friend. Okay, let's jump into a game with this deck and give it a whirl. Oh, the mirror. What a treat. Harold the Cripple versus Harold the Cripple. We got here. Oh, we got Mork and Ermion. Pretty good hand. A lot of discard targets. We mulligan reses. Seems weird? Should seem weird to you. Seems normal and you guys are on some kind of next level stuff. And there's nothing more I could want. We'll throw Mork out to start. It was worth considering for a second opening with a big strength total from Ermin to the double On-Crate Raiders. But playing Skellige, they're going to fight for round 1. Having a 14 strength play in your hand isn't going to be a detriment, and putting blockers out earlier in the round would be fine, so that I can maybe try and buy some of his removal. We already bought an Alzur's Thunder. If you were to use something like Manticores, then I preserve some of the value on these On-Crate Raiders. Even here, I might still hide the fact that I can pop the On-Crate Raiders out at any moment by throwing these queens to the grave. Actually, let's bring one out. I'll tease them a little bit with value. And this way I have good accessibility to Scald's value on that front row. I can bring 2 queens out. I can bring out the extra raider if I want to. They're all staggered on strength with Mork. So it's a pretty good setup. Nothing to complain about. And he's rezzing out of the grave, which is not a great sign for Skellige to be hitting low value reses round 1. Unless he plans to run weather, but I don't play anything on the ranged rows, so it'd have to be more than just the fog to try and bog me down. We have him on the back foot. Drops down the Burnabrand round 1. So we're at 29. Puts us up by a pretty big margin. We've got a couple low risk plays out of the hand. Like playing a Queen's Guard really doesn't do anything to me. Playing the Raider wouldn't really do anything to me. Up 19. I could take 10 strength hit from his leader ability. Doesn't have great options out of the grave. Definitely can't get 9 in one card, so we pass here. If he wants to play 2 cards to win it, then it's his to win. Card advantage is everything, especially in the mirror. Love to look at his grave, but I know that it crashes sometimes if you look at the same time. And he discards Sig, so we got him right where we want him. That's the downside to using your disloyals before getting your draws. It could just put you in a bind. We didn't even have to do too much this round. Seems like he's missing some key components. Or to use 2 disloyals. Probably can expect an Ermion to pop out at some point here. He's been through a good chunk of his deck, way more than us. And he forfeits. Okay, crack on crate opponent.
Here's the better loot than in your wildest, wettest
Versus
dreams.
our Harold the Cripple. Here we go. Ooh, Mork and friends all hanging out. That's what I like to see in an opening hand. Get out of here, Sig. Come back later, please. I'm begging of you, please come back later.
Give us all you
What do you got? I'll give you all you got. Here you go.
hide your stench.
Morkvarg has entered the battlefield. What's your grave? What? Oh, that's right. Both discards came right into the battlefield. On crate style. Down on Hindar. I would like him to play Burner so I could play mine. Still be a safe lead ahead. Preserving 12 strength lead would be nice. But he doesn't want to do that. Here come the Oncrates. It's okay, he put plus damage on the battlefield. So probably means he wasn't planning on using a Time Bomb this turn. And if we force a Time Bomb out early, I'm all for it. Okay, I'm gonna play Queen B. He's letting me off pretty... I do have to use it. I don't have anything to res out of the grave. Oh no. So, at least I avoided that disaster. Commander Swan here isn't that bad. Thing is, if it's a round winning play, then it's fine. And it lets me win in just using 1 card. It's just valuable as well. I also think I could play down on Hindar if I wanted to, because I'm going to go up 24. I could set myself up for the all-in. Teen... Oh, not quite. We'll see if we can get the 2-turn by playing like this.
Bow before modern Freya.
So what? Should I pound it into a poker?
We're going to split first just to make sure he doesn't have any gimmicks up. We're going to have to decoy at some point this turn anyway.
We serve her who is virgin.
He hasn't
mother
played
and
Burn on
throne.
us, so if he's trying to get those cards out of his hand, he's going to have a bit of a tough time. Let's delay a little bit. We have the perfect blocker and Mork, so Igni's not going to do anything against us. The only thing that would really stop us is Frost, but as you can see, he's still investing strength in his skirmishers. So unless this guy is an absolute king of the bluff and he's throwing away value just to trick me, then we're going to be okay. What do you got? 18 on the Commander Sword right now, so still would be under. Time Bomb could also be a factor at some point. That's kind of annoying.
Across the wide somber sea, I will.
It's a good thing he's not Harold, because I can't uninjure these guys. I can only give him 2 back. Second lacerate here would be pretty good value too, but running 2 lacerates would be kind of
But she brooks no
surprising. I'd be surprised. Let me pass. So we had almost a chance to all in there. Lacerate slows down our momentum. We still have a res in hand. It isn't Mama Sig, which is unfortunate, but Mama Sig is pulling value, and he just wasted Igni to win the rounds. Feels good. I'm happy with it. Mork ate the Igni. You guys saw it here.
Just one more circle.
And of course, Kambi shows up at a time where no reasonable player would ever be able to play.
Modern Freyr is
I thought about
patient,
playing him.
but she
Not
brooks
gonna
no
lie to you
insult.
guys. I thought about it for as long as I possibly could. But, given the circumstances, it just doesn't seem to make sense. Oh, interesting rally. Here, take a Kambi. Please don't lose to this. Please don't lose to this. This would be devastating.
May Modern Freya watch us and keep us.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
Close. But no cigar! Kambi deck wins with Kambi in play. Proof is in the pudding, boys. I hope you enjoy this deck. Remember, you can easily tech Kambi into a Geralt Igni or a Bork if you want to make the deck a little more serious. Yennefer can change into Zoltan, Animal Tamer. These tools will help you adjust along the way. Keep them in mind. Have a good time. It's all about enjoying what you're doing with your decks. Hope you enjoy this one. I'll see you next time. I'm HG3 with Gwent City, and we out.